Hey, what's up guys, it's Wolf here, and today we are playing the Oregon Trail because I thought, hey, maybe I'll be able to get out of the way real fast. So I have my full listing here of people who are going with me, and I'll be handling most of the choices. Sorry there's no sound except for my voice, there's nothing I can really do about that. I'll probably just edit in some music in the background, so keep on the lookout for that, but we are going to be a banker for Boston since you get the most money. So the first name of our wagon leader is your one, your only, the Cetay Wolf. The other people in my party are Armored Stone, but since that won't work, it's just going to be Armored. We have Big Boss, who is a friend of mine on PSN. We have Chazzy Bear. Hopefully this fits. No, it doesn't, so I'm gonna have to put Chazzy B. Hope you don't mind, bro. That's a friend of mine in real life. And then we have Duff King 56. That's all I'm gonna fit. So Duff King, he is another YouTuber. You should definitely check him out. He puts out some really good stuff. Yes, these names are correct. And we are going back to 1848 to settle the West. We're going to be leaving in April. I find that that's the easiest. We have $1,600. We are loaded for the 1800s. But we have to spend it. Spend about half of it. Don't worry about this. If you want to actually read it, feel free to stop it. That's just saying, oh, you have to buy stuff. So let's start right away with some oxen. They recommend 3 yoke. I typically get 4 just to be safe. Food, you can carry a max of 2,000 pounds, so that's what I'm going to do. You want 2 sets of clothes per person, typically 1 summer, 1 winter. We're not likely to hit winter, but I go with 11 anyways, just to be safe, because it tends to get stolen or traded a lot. Ammunition. We're gonna come back to it. Spare parts. You can carry 3 as a maximum of each one, so you want that. How much do I want? I think I do 50 typically. Yep, that's the setup I typically use. It gets me through it a lot of the time, so she'll work out. So let's leave the store and begin our journey on the Oregon Trail. Independence on April the 1st, 1848. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to change the pace up here to a strenuous pace. And I'm going to change our food rations to meager, which is the middle one. This will typically get you through the majority of the trail unless you have to change something, so let us begin! This is the overview. It's going to start off by giving you the number of miles to the next major waypoint. You can also see all of our statuses on the bottom. So, yeah, let's begin. It pretty much runs automatically. You can hit enter at any time to stop it, but you won't see me doing that too much. Okay, we are at the Kansas River crossing. Yes, we want to look around. Look at those graphics. It's revolutionary. You will never see anything better than this in your life. It's amazing. Alright, weather's warm, health is good, so we will just continue on the trail. Okay, so the river is 632 feet across and 5.4 feet deep in the middle. So the reason they tell you the water depth is because you have a choice between caulking the wagon and floating across or fording the river, which fording the river basically means just walk through it. So there is a point, a water depth, in which if you try to ford it over that depth, you'll flood. And I believe, last I remember, it was about 2.5 feet was the depth that we cannot ford it. Luckily, on the first river, you have the option of taking a ferry across, which is $5 in 5 days. It's wasting a lot of time, but we're going to do it anyways for the sake of safety, because I said I'm getting you guys all to Oregon. You'll see this animation a lot. It goes by every single time you pass a river. So, yeah. We got safely across. And now we are going to the Kansas River. It's only 83 miles this time, and we cover about 10 miles a day under good health. So, shouldn't take that long. We are at the Big Blue River crossing. Let's look around. It's a different river! And look at those oxen, man. Beautifully rendered. Just perfect. We don't need anything, so let's continue on the trail. If you talk to people, you'll typically learn something. Yeah. Not big on the learning thing. Alright, so this is 2.9 feet. Let's wait to see if conditions improve, because that's right in the danger zone. Now we're at 2.7, so I'm going to do this 1 or 2 more times. While I get it under 2.5. Can we get it there? Alright, we're going to attempt to ford it. This is dangerous, but we're going to try it. We made it. Yes, you can either flood the wagon or get stuck in mud. Getting stuck in mud isn't too bad though, you just lose time. If you flood it, oftentimes people die and you lose a lot of equipment. So, let's continue. Go, oxen, go! We pass a gravesite. These will be scattered about the trail. They're just places that a character has died. Like a whole wagon has died. This one, I believe, came with the disc I got. Yeah, here lies Andy. Pepperoni and cheese spelled absolutely horribly. So, yeah. Those, if let's say we all die, I could be like, okay, I want to write a headstone for our wagon. It'll be like, here lies the day wolf. Yada yada yada. So now we are on our way to Fort Kearney. We are going to look around, yes, because I said that we would. Forts in this game are used primarily to stock up on supplies. I don't believe we need any though. Let's attempt to trade for the fun of it. Another immigrant who wants 3 wagon axles. She will trade you 1 ox. No! No, 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 no. Let's continue on the trail. Let's get out of here. Weather's cool. Health is fair. We have 1,800 pounds of food. 250 miles. During these long walks here, unless something happens, there's really not much to talk about. Alright, so we broke a wagon axle. So when you break something, you get the option to try to repair it. It's always wise to at least attempt it, because you can't really do any wrong if you do. But being a banker, we're not typically able to. This time we were lucky, we were, but if you're not, you just use a replacement part. If you don't have a replacement part, you have to sit there and trade over and over again until you get one. Which can waste a lot of time and food and potentially kill the party. Okay, so our maps navigation guy, which is going to be our second in command, so Armored, lost us. We got lost because of you. Thank you, Armored. Thank you. We are at Chimney Rock. Would I like to look around? Yes, because it's Chimney Rock. On the way to Oregon. Because I pronounce things weird. I am aware of it. Alright, so you can see that the grass has turned to brownish. That's just indicating we're in a hot spot, which isn't that uncommon considering we left in April. It is now May. Even though May shouldn't really be that warm yet, it apparently is. Okay, so I have to flip the disc, and for that, it means I have to go over here, press one button, and then hit the spacebar. Alright, so we are at Fort Laramie. Would we like this? We would like to look around. That'd be great. Be awesome. Okay, so we have horses and Native Americans and a fort. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Check the supplies quick. We are all good. I like to try to buy food if we get under 1,500. That's typically the point where I'm like, okay, I'll buy some food. And let's look at the map. Let's see how far we've come. Not very far at all. So let's keep going. Continue on the trail. It's 190 miles to Independence. So since I flipped the disc, this is where things get hard. Starting right now is when things typically will start going south. Hopefully not, knock on wood, but yeah, it tends to happen. Duff King has a broken arm. Typically it's not fatal, so I'm gonna press on. It's very rainy now. So it's really humid now. It went from very rainy to hot. We found some wild fruit. This could be a blessing and a curse. Sometimes it will lead to diseases, which are the #1 source of death. We found some more wild fruit. Okay, it's still hot. We are under severe danger of the wagon starting on fire, which we will lose a lot if that happens. Yeah, let's look around at Independence, and we're gonna wait a few days too, because we have Duff and his broken arm. So let's stop and rest for 3 days. Typically 3 or 5 days is enough to cure just about anything. You can also up the rations if you really need to, but you never really have to. So let's continue. Let's just speed run this thing. 102 miles to South Pass. If you ever ask me where these things are located in the United States, I wouldn't know. This is not doing its job as an educational game. So we are now at South Pass. Yeah, let's look around. Ooh, we have a settler talking to a native, and apparently the land has been worn down with everyone's nonsense. I can't tell. He has a gun in his hand, so he might be threatening the native. That's not a good idea. It's not a good idea out here. You don't want to threaten anyone. Don't need anything, so we're just gonna keep going. Alright, so the trail divides the few places, here being the first one. We can either head to the Green River Crossing or Fort Bridger. This is typically like, how do you feel your supplies are doing? And I think we're still doing good, so we are going to head straight to the Green River. £1,500 of food. Yeah, we still got plenty. We'll pass another fort eventually. Big Boss has a broken leg. How are you guys breaking these things? Are you, like, taunting the oxen? I mean, honestly. Okay, so we're at the Green River Crossing. And space. And we are going to rest for 3 days. Because 3 days is enough for a broken leg to heal. Also, Duff, I think you're fine by now. Typically, if you make it to the next area, Like, not the very next one after that, but the one after the one after that. If that makes any sense? You'll typically be all good. So, typically won't die from the thing that you got. So let's continue on the trail. It is 423 feet across and 23.2 feet deep in the middle. So not exactly good fording conditions. $5 for 4 days. Yeah, let's do it. It'll give Big Boss even more time to heal, and it doesn't cost that much. We got across the river safely because we took the ferry, and that's almost guaranteed to get you across. So we have now got to go to Soda Springs, which is 144 miles away. There is a hunting minigame, which, if we need to rest at some point, I'll stop and do that. Armored has typhoid, so as soon as I say it, we are going to rest, and I'm going to hunt for food.